Welcome back to Indomitable with Dom, the podcast for people who refuse to stay stuck. If you only feel valuable when you're performing, if your slowing down feels like failure, if you've confused being loved with being useful, this episode is for you. Because the world may applaud your grind, but God never asked you to earn your identity. Let me be real with you. I've been number one in my company. I've hit milestones people would dream of. But even then, I didn't feel peace. Because performance doesn't chase goals, it chases validation. And if you don't catch it, you'll start thinking that you're not enough. I was raised around performance. Praise came when you achieved. Love looked like you did good. And without realizing it, I started chasing moments like that non-stop. Even now, I'll be sitting by the pool with my family, completely blessed, and that voice will creep in. What can you be doing right now? What should I be building next? That's how sneaky it is. It doesn't stop just because life is good. It just shifts the target. There was a time I couldn't rest without guilt. If I sat still, I felt lazy. If I wasn't creating, I felt useless. And if I wasn't fixing, leading, or performing, I felt invisible. That mindset served me. It helped me rise, compete, push, and win. But even when I was number one, I wasn't satisfied. I remember being at dinner with my family. Everything I've ever prayed for sitting right in front of me. And I couldn't stop checking the phone. Couldn't stop thinking about the next project. And I realized I was physically present, but emotionally absent. And that's when I knew if I didn't kill this mindset, it was going to kill everything that mattered around me. And what's crazy is that I just didn't feel it mentally. I felt it spiritually. There was a stretch of time where every second of my day was scheduled around performance. Creating videos, reading books, watching courses, studying marketing, coaching, recording. My planner was packed so tight, there wasn't room to breathe. The only thing I gave myself time for was time to eat. I told myself I was doing the right thing, being productive, being excellent, staying on track. But I didn't realize was that I was burning out from the inside. And the cost, I relapsed. I went back to smoking, not because I didn't love God, but because I was so spiritually depleted from trying to earn what was already mine. That moment shook me because the very thing I thought was making my life holy, my grind, was actually separating me from God. And that's when I realized performance had become a prison. Here's the truth. The world taught us that worth is earned, but the word teaches that worth is given. Performance might get you applause, but it won't give you peace because it says, be more, do more, prove more. And peace says, just be. You're already loved. And here's what I had to learn. You're not your output. You're not your schedule. You are not your KPIs. You are not your wins. And you are definitely not your losses. You are His. And that never changes, even when performance does. These days, I don't have a perfect system. I still have moments where the pressure creeps in, but I ask God daily to slow my thoughts. I pray for presence. I ask for peace. And I remind myself, I'm a farmer. My job is to plant. God does the growing. I'm a shepherd. My job is to guide, not produce every result. And that's enough. So let me ask you, what's your worth tied to? Would you still feel valuable if you stopped producing? Would you still believe you mattered if no one clapped? Where in your life have you made performance your identity? Because until you break that belief, you'll never feel safe standing still. So here are 3 small but powerful shifts that helped me. Number 1, I started slowing my thoughts. Before I picked up my phone, I picked up presence. I separated my identity from my output. I am not my job. I am not my followers. I am not my momentum. And number 3, I stopped using movement to hide. Now when I feel the need to do more, I ask, am I moving from calling or from fear? This is what it looked like in real life. I gave myself permission to sit still and watch my kids. I don't create just to feel useful. I create from conviction. And I stop chasing the high of applause and I start chasing obedience. It's not always easy, but it's freeing. So performance may have built your platform, but peace will let you stand on it. You don't have to hustle to be loved. You don't have to grind to be seen. You're already enough without proving anything. So let me speak these over you before we close. Father, for the person listening who's been grinding just to feel worthy, remind them you're already yours. Teach them how to rest, not just physically, but spiritually. Teach them how to breathe again, to slow down, to be still, and know that you are God. Help them break free from the lie that they have to perform to be loved, because your love was never earned, it was given. Let that be enough for them today. In Jesus' name, amen. I want to close with 2 scriptures. The first one being, be still and know that I am God. That's Psalm 46:10. And the second is, apart from me, you can do nothing. That's John 15:5. If this episode exposed your performance mindset, good. Now it's time to let go of the lie. Follow the show. Be on the lookout for your guide, 7 Steps to Overcome Your Mind. Until next time, keep growing, keep fighting, and stay indomitable.